Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to a brand new LEGO Marvel's Avengers episode of Customs. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and of course, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, please don't forget to leave a like. That would be very, very highly appreciated. Let's go on ahead and aim for that 1,000 like mark. And additionally to that, of course, don't forget to stick around till the very end of the episode, because at the conclusion of the episode, I will show you both of the designs that we worked on today, which will be for Ben Tennyson, I think is his name, from Ben 10, and also Starfire from the Teen Titans. So those are going to be the two main characters that we are working on today, and hopefully they turn out cool. I certainly am hoping for that to be the case. Many of you guys have wanted to see these characters, so that is exactly why the two characters that we're working today, or working on today, are the two that I just mentioned. A lot of you guys were saying, hey, create Ben 10, and a lot of you were saying, hey, create Starfire from the Teen Titans. So, let's get rocking and let's get rolling. I think what we will do is go on ahead and build Ben 10 first, because I think that will be a lot more of a simplistic design. So I think we'll go with that first. Let's head on over to here. That's actually kind of a similar design already, but don't worry, we'll get it all sorted out. Alright, so let's start with the first few things that we know we kind of don't need, and that is no weapons, because obviously he has his watch. And then also, if you guys want to see any other characters on future episodes, of course, don't forget to leave that in the comment section below. Let me know who you think would be a cool addition to the customs department, so to speak, if we would call it that. So let me know in the comment section below. Looking forward to reading what you guys come up with and what you want to see specifically. All right, so let's get rocking and rolling. And the first thing I wanted to check right away was the color of arms that we have, in terms of, he wears a couple of different outfits. Like, again, I've not watched I've watched maybe like, I would say maybe like 3 episodes in total ever of Ben 10, so I don't really know much about it, and I'd be lying if I was just like, yeah, I know all the aliens and everything, and I honestly don't know anything about them. But what I will say is that, having looked up a few of the designs prior to this, I realized that he's worn a lot of different outfits. Like, he's worn some basically like kind of like a white shirt with a little bit of black stripes. He's worn a dark green shirt. He's worn black shirt. Then he's worn like an actual jacket, like a green jacket. So within all that, we have to kind of pick and choose what we can do. Now, as far as short sleeve shirts go, this is kind of the closest we have, but that's not really green nor white, so that won't work. Maybe we could use this, possibly make that work, depending on what colors we have for the torso, really. And unfortunately, there really isn't much as far as like greens go. What about white? Let's see. I mean, that's, yeah, but that's a little bit too many abs for Ben Tennyson. So it kind of stands out. It looks a little bit odd and weird and strange and just does not fit. Oh man, oh man, oh man. What about this, actually? I wonder. How will that look? That's actually not bad, but I also am wondering, what about this? Nope. I forgot that that's the white tiger body. Maybe this one right here? I mean, that's not accurate as far as the shirt, but he did have like a black stripe across it, so this is not bad. What about that? The Moon Knight thing. It's just a little bit like too much details on the muscles and everything. It just looks odd because of that. So I think that we'll go with this shirt, because I think that that's the most fitting of the bunch. We're going to keep the face that we have, because I think that's actually pretty accurate. We do need to change the hair, though, because he has, from what I recall, like darkish brown hair or so, like this kind of color. So either that or that. And there really isn't too much to choose from. I think maybe this is kind of the closest, really. Possibly, because everything else just looks a little bit too much, either too stylized or just not fitting enough. Like, this right here is probably not bad, but it seems a little bit too stylized. So because of that, I think we'll go with this hairpiece. And then what do we need to do still? Oh, of course, the legs. Gotta adjust the legs and the hips. So, let's see. Legs and hips. I think he had, again, several different attires. Some of them were like short. Some of them were like puffy, like baggy short. And I think they were green. So let's try that out and see if we can find something that is fitting in that regard. Maybe something like that. Nope, that's not gonna fit. What about this? There we go. I think that that's actually pretty accurate. Now, to be fair, I think the shorts that he wore were a little bit more like darker green, almost not like that green, but kind of like an in-between hue between this bright green and this green. But I think that this looks pretty cool, and it's nice and bright and all, so I think we'll go with that. And, of course, we gotta adjust his name here, so now he will become Ben 10. I don't think we have enough room for Tennyson, so we're just gonna go with Ben, and then we'll type out 10. We can't have any numbers, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to just spell it on out. Why did I go all that way? This way. There we go. Change the case. Delete all that. And there we are. Ben 10 has been assembled. So, with that being said, now we move on to the design for Starfire. And this was one that a lot of you guys have been asking for quite a while now. And the first thing, okay, thank goodness. I was going to say, the first thing I want to check is if we have the right colored hair. Now, she does have red hair, which is why I think we have to go with this. I think it's more, but you see, I remember in Teen Titans Go, it's a little bit more like pink than red. But I don't think that that's, I think that's like too pink. So we'll go with the red, just because I think it's a little bit more fitting. We do need to obviously change the face. So let's see, what kind of face could we use? She doesn't have, oh, she does have, I think, green eyes, right? So if we can ideally find a character that has green eyes, that would be awesome. If that's something that we could locate, that would be excellent. She has like orange skin tone, right? I'm pretty sure. Maybe that's a little bit too orange though, but honestly, we don't really have any other shades of orange. Like that's just completely off. All right, now let's try different faces. That's a little bit strange looking, so that won't work for us. Maybe that. I mean, it stinks because I really do want to pick like the green eyes, but there was nothing here that has green eyes. So unfortunately, I think, well, maybe, I don't know, how about this? Will this look better? Nope, because this obviously has the leader's mustache and everything, so that does not work for us. I think that this is probably the best face that we have available to us, so we'll go with that. I like the hairpiece. I think that that works as well. We do need to change the arms to ideally orange as well. And then I think she does not wear any gloves or anything, typically speaking, so we're just going to adjust those to... Oh, okay, there they are. I was worried. I thought there was no orange there. So we'll adjust that, and then we get back to the torso side of things. Now, she does wear a purple kind of like cover. Usually it's like either a shirt or some sort of like attire, if you can even call it that. So we're looking for things that are predominantly purple in color. Like maybe that actually would work pretty well. The problem is the skin tone doesn't fit. I just realized that. Oh, man. What? Could we possibly make it work? Will this work for us again? No, it won't. Ay. So we have to then pick something that has no skin showing, because otherwise it will not match the rest of her skin tone. So that won't work for us. How about this right down here? That's kind of cool looking. I like that. That's a pretty cool design, actually. What about this one? That's actually not bad. I really like that design right there. And then if we can get hips to align, and again, she usually has like, I think pretty much purple/pink like attire as well. Oh man, maybe that. Nope, that does not work. Maybe that. That's not bad. If we can get the hips to match, like maybe with that color down here. There we go. All right. I have to say, that's actually pretty good. Do we need to give her any weapons? No, because she uses just like a energy type stuff, right? So that won't fit. And now we obviously have to give her her name, which would be Starfire. But overall, I think that this actually turned out much, much better than I expected it to. Because I honestly thought that there's a very, very good chance that this was just going to be a complete mess. Because I was worried about the hairpiece color. I was like, is that even in the game? Like, will we find something that, if it's not in the game, that kind of matches? luckily, we found something that works quite well. So, with that being said, there we are. We have the 2 characters now completed. So now let's go on ahead and make our way to a hub world so that we could go ahead and summon in the characters, and then you guys get to vote on which character you like best. Plus, of course, don't forget, guys, which other designs would you like to see created on future episodes of Customs? Let me know in the comments section below. So why don't we head off to Sokovia? Haven't been there for a while now. And we're going to go ahead and summon the 2 characters that we designed, Ben Tennyson from Ben 10 and Starfire from the Teen Titans. And of course, I would love to hear from you guys as to who you think turned out the best. Alright, so let's make our landing. There we are. Excellent. And now it is time to call upon some characters. Sorry, Stan. Alright, so character number 1 is Ben 10. And again, I know that we could have gone for different renditions and different designs, but I'm not really well versed on Ben 10. This is like one of the very few characters that I had to actually like Google images for before making this video, because I honestly did not know much about him. So because of that, I had to go ahead and actually get some more info on what he looks like and what looks has he had and so on and so forth. So that is Ben 10 right there. And then, of course, we have the one, the only, the character that I'm actually very, very happy with the way that she turned out, and that is Starfire. So, of course, let me know which character do you think turned out better. Was it Ben 10 or was it Starfire? As always, of course, guys, don't forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. I hope to see you guys here next time. Peace out. See you laters, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.